edition of Money Moves. I am Melissa Enoch here at the FMDQ studios in Lagos.
And I'm Grace Agbarago. It's Thursday, the 13th of November. We thank you for joining us at this time on the show.
All right, let's tee off with your news now. The G20 Startup Summit is underway in South Africa, bringing together entrepreneurs, startups, and MSME stakeholders from around the world. The forum provides a platform for participants to engage directly with G20 leaders, discussing challenges, opportunities, and ways to support the growth of startups and small businesses. Here are excerpts.
We are therefore gathered here today to finally sign off and endorse what I deem as a remarkable human effort to produce an outstanding seminal work that, if adopted and implemented by the G20 leaders, could change the course of history for this all-important sector. Throughout history, pivotal individuals, movements have risen to shape destinies of nations, cultures, and even the world itself. Their decisions, innovations, and sheer determination sparked revolutions, inspired movements, and altered the path of humanity in ways that are both profound and unexpected. I believe that the work produced by this group presents such pivotal opportunity for startup and small businesses to prosper. It is therefore up to the world to seize the moment and take this work to implementation. There are too many young people without the opportunity across the world, and more so in the developing world, presenting a particular contradiction, as there's enough addressable market to meet the demand and sufficient able-bodied individuals to actually address this. Yet there is still a gap in the absorption of young people by nation economies. The world needs to solve for scale if we're to address the increasing number of people who can participate meaningfully in the world economy and share in the wealth creation. The challenge with many of the entrepreneurship interventions is that they tend to approach each opportunity as a bespoke innovation. We need to focus on large-scale interventions, which, if implemented, can onboard a large number of prospective entrepreneurs without them having to worry about the complexities of understanding the pathways to entrepreneurship. We need scale, we need scalable intervention.
In Zambia, Barrick Mining has reported strong Q3 2025 results, with year-to-date copper production up 21%, driven by a 42% rise at Lumwana mine in Zambia. Copper output reached 55,000 tons, with cost improving to $2.68 per pound for cost of sales and $3.14 per pound for all-in sustaining costs. Revenue rose up to $4.1 billion, operating cash flow to $2.4 billion, and free cash flow to $1.5 billion, up 274% from Q2, boosted by higher copper and gold performance. Nigeria's billionaire businessman Aliko Dangote has signed a $1 billion investment agreement across industrial and consumer goods, as well as extractive industries, with the government of Zimbabwe, led by President Emerson Mnangagwa. The Dangote's deal with Zimbabwe comes after the Dangote Group made an initial attempt to invest in Zimbabwe back in 2015. Let's take a listen.
Agreement between Zimbabwe and Dangote Group to do various investments in various sectors, some of which, of course, in the broader, in cement, some of it in power generation, some of it in pipeline to bring petroleum products. You know, we're in the business of producing oil. We have the largest refinery in the world, single lane in Nigeria, and we want to bring it to Walvis Bay and then pipe down here. So there are a couple of other investments which we're looking at.
We collect fertilizer and others.
Also, that one is there, yes.
How much are we looking at?
It's a broader investment, really. It's in hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even up to $1 billion. But, you know, we will tell you the amount as we go along. But really, it will be over $1 billion because of the pipeline.
What has changed? You were last here in 2015. What significant change have you seen on the ground?
Well, yeah, there are quite a lot of change between that time when we came and now. Government is solid. There is a lot of transparency, and also when you look at what His Excellency has actually done in terms of turning the economy around, that really gave us the confidence that, look, this is the right time for us to come and invest. And it's like somebody, when you pass exam, people have to give you a good mark. So His Excellency has passed that exam, and
thank you very much,
yes.
sir. Thank you very much.
That's why we're here, to make sure that we give him a very big mark to come and invest. Agree.
In other news, the Safaricom Cybersecurity Conference took place earlier today, gathering experts, industry leaders, and policymakers. The event aims to strengthen cyber resilience, discuss emerging threats, and promote innovative solutions to safeguard digital ecosystems. Here are excerpts.
Kenya's digital economy is not just an aspiration, but the engine of our future, driving innovation in finance, agriculture, healthcare, and even in our governance. Safaricom has been a very dependable partner in building the foundation of infrastructure for this transformation. As we connect more people, integrate more services, and automate more processes, the surface area for cyber threats expands exponentially, making cybersecurity not merely an IT issue, but a core matter of national security and economic resilience. Kenya's digital progress is fundamentally dependent on our digital trust. Without the assurance that their data is safe, their transactions are secure, and their privacy is respected, users will hesitate to adopt new technologies, which will lead to stifling growth and the power that we seek for our people. This summit serves as a crucial platform to address this challenge head-on. The malicious actors are sophisticated, collaborative, relentless, requiring us to be even more agile, innovative, and united in our defense, as Nick had earlier articulated.
In earnings news, Cooperative Bank has reported a 12.3% year-on-year profit after tax increase to 21.6 billion Kenyan shillings for the 9 months ended September 30, 2025, driven by stronger net interest income and loan book growth. Net interest income rose 22.8% to 45.3 billion shillings, while the loan book grew 6.6% to 406 billion shillings. Gross NPLs increased 12.7% to 78.9 billion shillings. The bank declared an interim dividend of 1 shillings per share, reflecting solid financial performance and strong capital position. The 26th Annual Symposium of the Bank of Namibia has officially concluded, marking a key step in the country's efforts to harness the creative economy for inclusive and sustainable growth. Discussions focused on closing data gaps, expanding access to finance, integrating creative skills into education, and formalizing the sector to unlock its full potential.
We convened today for the Bank of Namibia's 26th Annual Symposium, held under the theme, Unleashing the Power of the Creative Industry, to confront the central question: how can Namibia harness the creative sector as a driver of economic transformation? This question challenges us to shift our perspective, to see creativity not merely as a culture or entertainment, but as an economic enabler, frontier capable of unlocking innovation, deepening diversification, and most importantly, creating jobs and restoring dignity. The Namibian creative landscape is active and diverse. It includes musicians, designers, painters, filmmakers, writers, digital creators, visual artists, craftspeople, and cultural entrepreneurs in every region. These individuals and enterprises shape how we see ourselves and how the world sees us. They tell our national story. They are our storytellers. They are instrumental in promoting inclusion, generating employment, and driving innovation. They demonstrate that culture is not just soft power. Culture is economic power. Currently, Namibia's creative sector contributes 1.5% to gross domestic product, but our aspiration, as spelled out by the President in the National Development Plan, is to take that contribution to 3% over the next 5 years. The importance of nurturing our creative ecosystem cannot be overstated. It lies at the intersection of economic growth and job creation.
Finally, on News Now, in October 2025, Ethiopia's headline inflation slowed to 11.7% year-on-year, down from 19.3% in October 2023, while month-on-month prices rose 2.3%. Food inflation stood at 10.2% and non-food inflation rose 14.2%, driven by transport, alcoholic beverages, housing, furnishings,